landscape.
To make it even more of a challenge, we were each given a different colour to feature in our pictures. Mine all had to include the colour red.
And mine all had to include the colour blue.
Round one, close-ups.
I've come to the market because I'm looking for some tomatoes or some plums, some strawberries, some cherries, something like something that's really vivacious and red. Hi there, can I take some pictures of your plums?
The 450D packs 12.2 megapixels and a very large 3-inch LCD screen, and I soon found it very easy to handle.
You know, this camera is really, really easy to use. It's very light, but quite firm. And if you just go into the menu, it's got such a simple tab system.
The automatic modes work well, but the Canon has some good extra features.
If you want to move away from the standard settings, it's got this really handy picture style button here. And if I just press on it, I can go through the standard settings, or monochrome if I want to shoot in black and white, or you can make your own settings.
Meanwhile, I was getting to grips with the Nikon. At 10.2 megapixels and with a 2.5-inch screen, the D60 may sound less advanced than the Canon, but it's also the cheaper of the two and a really user-friendly SLR.
This camera's endlessly customizable. You can customize sensitivity, you can customize how strong your colors are, and endless sort of sub-menus you can go through. But I find the greatest thing about it is you can just set it to auto, and it's always on your side.
With our close-ups in the bag, it was time to move on to round two, the portraits.
How many blue people have we got in here?
There's someone in a red jacket, look. Hello there. You just look so great sitting there. Could I take your portrait, would you mind? Lovely, thank you. Thank you very much. A great rule to remember when you're taking photographs is the rule of thirds, where you put the subject, instead of plonking them in the middle, they're either a third of the way across or a third of the way up. And this is great, the Canon, because it's got 9 autofocus points.
Many cameras have only one autofocus point, the centre, which can be quite restrictive when taking an off-centre shot. But with mine, you simply line up your shot any which way you like, and the camera will choose which of the 9 points your subject corresponds to.
You're so photogenic, it's great.
Meanwhile, I was still on the hunt for my portrait when I spotted a splash of blue among the flowers.
Oh, you look great. You really do look very good. Forward, further forward, further forward. Perfect. Thank you. Cheers.
The Nikon was pretty quick to respond to my commands, so I caught some great moments.
Go! Marvellous.
Although the focus was a little slow and I only had 3 autofocus points compared to the Canon's 9.
Finally, round 3, and our time was running out.
Got to go find a landscape that's blue now. Blue grass, blue sky, maybe.
Easier said than done.
Why is everyone so blooming grey?
And just when I started to give up hope, I saw it.
Look! Look! The mailbox. It's so red. I can't believe I didn't think of it. It's the reddest thing in Birmingham.
I'd finally found my red-hot shot.
You know, if you don't like squinting through the viewfinder, this has got a great live view function.
Traditionally, digital SLRs use a viewfinder to preview your shot, as it was considered more accurate by purists. A mirrored shutter sends the image to the viewfinder, blocking the image sensor until you press the button. But in live view mode, my 450 flips up the mirror, allowing you to view the sensor's image on the screen.
It doesn't get much redder than that.
My Nikon only had a standard viewfinder, and I too was finding it hard to get a colourful shot in the city.
He's not blue!
But I could tweak my picture's colour after taking the shots.
One good thing about the D60 is it gives you a very good retouch menu to sort out your pictures in the camera, so you can actually do a sort of magic retouch setting. You can turn it black and white, you can trim it, various things.
I opted for a quick retouch, which lifted the shadows and boosted the saturation. It actually worked rather well. With a few more shots in the bag, I'd completed the task.
I'm really pleased with some of these. I'm looking forward to seeing them printed out. I really loved rushing around Birmingham with my Nikon.
I know, it was like a perfect afternoon for both of us, wasn't it, taking photographs?
Yes.
I loved using the Canon, but ultimately, you know, it doesn't matter how many menus and features they've both got. It's down to the photographs that really matters.
Which is where Mr. Bradbury comes in.
Yes, indeed. Jason's been looking at the pictures for a good few minutes now to make a decision and choose which ones, whether it's the Canon or the Nikon pictures, that he likes the best.
Of course, I don't know which is which is quite exciting. I mean, instantly, I'm seeing here that you've gone for close-ups for your first task. I like both images. I think both images are extremely high quality. What I'm seeing, though, it's a nice close image. There's some lovely use of colour there, but none of the sort of sinews that I'm seeing in this image. I can really see the detail, and the moisture is just jumping out of me and making me salivate. So for me, straight from the heart, my choice for the close-up is in the red corner.
OK. What about the portraits?
Again, two lovely images, but look at that hair and that face. The eyes sparkle, and those piercings as well really do jump out at you. It's a lovely, clear image. This image, the subject is clear, but he's quite flat. I'm going to go straight from the gut and go for the red corner once again. OK,
finally, that leaves the landscape picture.
Again, two very good images. The colours here I would have expected, based on the previous two shots, to have been a bit more vibrant. The green of the trees and that lovely deep red, but they're not coming out at me. As I move over here, great image. I can see it in one of these stock photo albums where companies use them to put their logo on the top of it. It's a really good shot, which says to me that the camera used to take this shot can provide professional quality images in anyone's hands. So the blue corner certainly wins the final landscape category, which means that the overall winner is the red.
Hey!
Well done, Susie.
Tell me what they are now. Is it you?
It's me with the Canon. It's the Canon that won that one. Absolutely great.